Relative Strength 1. The Relative Strength series is designed to improve our ability to generate maximum force per unit of body weight, irrespective of time. In this first macro cycle, we're going to start off for the first 3 weeks with a 4x10 rep scheme. We'll then transition during weeks 4 through 6 with a 5x5 rep scheme. We'll then return to a 5x8 rep scheme and finish off with a 5-3-2 wave in weeks 10 through 12. And those rep schemes will dictate our intensities, and the intensities will determine the outcome of the macro cycle. So in weeks 1 through 3, we're gonna average about 74% with that 10 rep range, that 10 rep scheme. In a 5x5 rep scheme, in weeks 4 through 6, we're gonna look at about 85%. 5x8 in weeks 7 through 9 is gonna give us about 78%, and that wave rep scheme is gonna average about 90%. So over the course of 12 weeks, depending on how aggressive you are with your intensities, we should average anywhere between 80 and 85%, and that's gonna give us an absolute strength outcome. We'll introduce 2 special methods during this macro cycle. So in weeks 4 through 6 and 7 through 9, we'll utilize special methods. So in that first intensification phase during weeks 4 through 6, we're gonna use eccentric methods, more specifically extended eccentrics. And on our primary lifts, we will lower the lift with an 8-second eccentric count. During weeks 7 through 9, in accumulation 2, we're gonna use isometrics, and more specifically yielding isometrics in the form of concentric pauses. So on our primary lifts, we will pause for 2 seconds in duration at the bottom quarter of our lift, the halfway point, and then the top quarter of the lift before we lock the weight out and finish the rep. And with those 2 methods back to back, right there in the middle of the macro cycle, we should build a really good platform for strength potential moving forward in this training series. With your download, you'll receive a PDF packet. And in that PDF packet will include a letter from us with an overview of your training program, a how to read your lift card sheet, which will indicate how to read exercises, tempos, rest periods, which will also have hyperlinks, which will take you to more detailed discussion on our YouTube page. We'll have a training calendar overview, which will indicate when to perform each specific training session. We'll also have a program overview sheet, which will detail the specific mesocycles. We'll give you information on the rep schemes and special methods used for those 3 weeks. We'll help you understand the purpose of that mesocycle. And then we'll have our training cards. And you'll have 4 3-week training cards. And each of those training cards will have warm-ups, corrective exercise, regen, and your actual strength training movements, all of which are hyperlinks which take you to our YouTube page. And each exercise has coaching points. So essential details, most common mistakes, safety tips, and bonus tips. So you can print those cards out, take them to the gym with you and use those as your log, or you can even create a spiral notebook or marble notebook to be your training log, so you can keep even more detailed notes in. It's entirely up to you.